Okay, I've got my data, and this time I would like to create a scatter plot that shows the cost of 4 years at these universities versus that 30-year rate of return on my investment. So I will select those two columns of data that I'm interested in, and I'm going to click on the insert, and I want a scatter plot. So if you come over here to this little button that looks like a scatter plot and you hit that right arrow down, this upper left category is the one I want. So let me just enlarge this so it's easier to see. Okay, so here it is, my scatter plot, and again I can edit my title. So let's see, let's do 30-year. We've got our cost versus, I guess 30-year return on investment versus cost down here on our horizontal axis, and then our 30-year ROI on our vertical axis. So as you can see, we have this clumping. We don't really need all of this space over here. So to kind of edit the way our scatter plot is, I'm going to click here on my horizontal axis, any one of these, and go up to my plus. And this first one, axes, when I click this button, the right arrow, I will click on the more options. And right here it says bounds. So minimum means it's starting at $0, but if you look, we're somewhere between 50,000 and 100,000 when our first point hits. There it says 82,620. So let's go ahead and for our minimum bound make that 75,000. So a little easier to see there. Okay, so I can do a similar thing for my horizontal axis. If I click on one of my labels on my horizontal axis, it's already got my format over here, and let's see, axis options. Again, the minimum, if I look, you know, definitely this $1,500,000 would be a good place to start. We don't need all of the area below. So adjust my minimum to that. All right, and then it's a little bit easier to see there. Okay, so I've adjusted my axes so my scatter plot is a little bit easier to see. If I come back up here for the plus, I've clicked on the horizontal, or you could do vertical first, and I want to add an axis title to each one of these so that I know what it is I'm looking at. So on my horizontal axis is my cost, and then I come over here and click on this, and on my vertical axis is that 30-year ROI, return on investment. Okay, so here's my scatter plot, and I could play around with this. I could change my colors. I could do a bunch of different things, but one thing that I'm really interested in is a trend line. So again, if I come back up to this plus, and I don't have to click on anything first, just come to the plus and click on trend line, I notice that a trend line is added in, and it's got a positive slope, which hopefully will make sense. We would probably expect the more we pay, we should hope we get a better return on our investment. And if I click on that trend line, I can edit it as well. So let's see, come over here. Maybe I want to make it solid, so I click on dash type and I want solid. If I want to increase the size, I can increase the width, or I can change the color, make it very visible. I can kind of play around to customize my scatter plot the way I want it to look. Colors, ranges, and titles as well.